Welcome back to the Arm Coach Podcast, episode 35. Today, we're diving into something that might stir the pot a little bit. Why I think personal trainers are, in most cases, a complete waste of your money. Yep, I said it. And by the end of this episode, I'm willing to bet you'll agree with me. But before we dive in, I'm super excited to share something special that will transform your holiday into a season of health and confidence. As we all know, the holiday season can be a whirlwind of treats and gatherings. But guess what? You can still enjoy all the fun without losing sight of your fitness goals. That's why I created my program, Armed for the Holidays. In just 3 days, I'll give you all the tools and resources you need to stay on track with your nutrition and fitness, even with all the holiday bustle and hustle. Whether you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, or beyond, this program is designed just for you to help you feel empowered instead of burnt out and overwhelmed this holiday season. So if this sounds like you can grab the program at a super discounted price in the podcast description of this episode. Okay, so if you've ever thought, maybe I just need a personal trainer to get in shape, or you've shelled out a bunch of cash on one in the past, only to feel like nothing really stuck, this episode is for you, especially if you're a woman over 50 looking to tone your arms and stay fit. We're going to get into why I think hiring a personal trainer might not be your golden ticket to results and what you really need to focus on if you want to make long-lasting, meaningful changes. Okay, so let's talk about what I call the trainer trap. You hire a personal trainer, and for the first few weeks, maybe even months, you feel great. You're working hard, sweating, maybe lifting weights you never thought you could. It feels like progress, right? But here's the problem. The second your trainer steps out of the picture, most of that progress fades. Why? Because you've been relying on them to push you, to tell you what to do, and basically hold your hand through the whole process. It's like training wheels on a bike. You're moving forward, but as soon as those wheels come off, you're wobbling all over the place. And listen, this is super common. I've talked to so many women who felt totally lost once their sessions ended. It's because the focus was only on the physical side. Do this many squats, run this far, eat these foods, but there was no work done on the mental side of things. It's like building a house without a foundation. Yeah, it might look nice for a while, but it's not going to stand up over time. Here's the kicker. If you're only focused on the exercises and the meal plans, you're missing the most important part of the puzzle, your mental approach. And this is where personal trainers fall short. They give you a workout plan, but they don't help you manage the biggest thing holding you back, your own thoughts. Take a minute and think about it. Have you ever told yourself things like, I've never been able to get toned arms, so I probably never will, or I'm too old for this? These aren't just passing thoughts. They're beliefs you've been carrying around for years, and no amount of bicep curls is going to fix that. Without addressing the way you think, you're always going to hit a wall. Maybe you'll see some short-term progress, but it won't last. It's like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. Sure, you'll move a little, but you're going to burn out real quick. And that's why life coaching is the game changer. Instead of just telling you what to do physically, they help you get your mind in the right place so you can make real, lasting changes. All right, let's get real about why life coaching is the key to actually transforming your body, starting with those arms. Life coaching, it's like having a personal trainer for your brain. You're not just getting a list of exercises to do, you're learning how to rewire the way you think about fitness, your body, and your goals, more like a mental trainer. So here's an example. Imagine you're trying to tone your arms, but deep down, you're stuck with the belief that it's too late for me to get in shape, or I'm just not someone who's ever going to have defined muscles. If that's the thought playing on repeat in your head, what do you think happens when you hit a rough patch? Maybe you miss a couple of workouts or you don't see results as fast as you hoped. Those thoughts come rushing back in, and before you know it, you've given up. A life coach helps you spot those beliefs before they derail you. Instead of letting that negative self-talk control your actions, you learn to manage it. You start to see yourself as someone who can achieve those goals, someone who naturally makes healthy, confident choices. It's like flipping a switch. You go from trying to tone your arms to being someone who's strong and toned. And that's where the real magic happens. Let me tell you another big reason personal trainers, I think, are overrated. They create dependency. Picture this. You've got a trainer telling you exactly what to do every time you work out. You rely on them for motivation, guidance, even accountability. But what happens when you stop paying them? You're back at square one, wondering if you even know how to work out on your own. It's like trying to learn to cook, but instead of teaching you how to make the recipes yourself, someone just makes all the meals for you. The minute they're gone, you have no idea how to put a meal together. Now, with a life coach, it's completely different. They're not just giving you a fish, they're teaching you how to fish. They're helping you build the habits and mental resilience to make those choices on your own. You're not just getting toned arms, you're getting the tools to manage your mind and take control of your life. It's like learning to drive instead of sitting in the passenger seat. And here's the best part. Toning your arms is just the starting point. Once you start working on your mindset with a life coach, you'll realize that the mental tools you're learning apply to every area of your life. Think about it. If you can manage your thoughts around fitness, breaking through self-doubt, staying motivated, pushing past challenges, why couldn't you do the same thing in your career or your relationships or whatever other goals you've been putting off? When you learn how to manage your mind, it's like unlocking a superpower. Toning your arms becomes a symbol of that change. It's the proof that you can create the body you want. And once you've done that, you start to see that you can create anything you want, whether it's getting stronger physically, advancing in your career, or building better relationships. It all comes from the same place, how you manage your thoughts and beliefs. So here's where we land. Personal trainers might help you with some short-term results, but if you want to really transform your body and your life, you need to focus on your mental approach. Life coaching helps you build that foundation so that the changes you make stick. And you don't need to rely on someone else to get you there. You take control and the results follow. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, to this episode of the Arm Coach Podcast. If you're ready to stop wasting money on personal trainers and start making real changes, it's time to focus on the mental side of fitness. I'll be here next time to help you along the way. You can go to thearmcoach.com to find more information. Hey, before you go, if this episode or any of the other episodes on this podcast have helped you in any way, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Your review will help us find and have maximum impact on as many women as possible. While you're there, hit the subscribe button so we can continue on this journey to sculpted arms together. Thank you so much for your support. I've loved having you here today, and talk soon in the next episode.